Let's move to the next topic, Praxis der Unterrichtsbeobachtung. So here we have a subtopic called as Ersten Beobachtungen, how to do the Beobachtung. So you must always remember that the Beobachtung is done to learn, not to criticize the teacher. So ultimately, even if the teacher has got some shortcomings, note it down and then you use it as an improvement for your own teaching experience. Okay, so that is the most important of Beobachtung. It's not teacher evaluation, it's learning for the person who is doing the observation. So the first Beobachtung, you do it as a globale Beobachtung, means you just look at the important points which are relevant for teaching. What you as a teacher should have as competence, as what is the role of a teacher in a class, those things should be noted. If there are other suggestions for taking out exercises in a different manner, write them down when the teacher suggests that in the class. The topics that are not clear, write them down and then after the class clarify it with the teacher who taught the class. This kind of a method is called as constructivist Beobachtung. If you criticize the person, they'll be pissed, okay? So, and they won't give you the knowledge which they are supposed to. Always make sure to get the knowledge as much as possible. So, give a positive feeling, put the blame on yourself and then say, I was not able to understand this. Can you tell me how this was done? And you can point out saying that you did this method and that's where I got lost, something like that. So that way you will build a very good social relationship with the teacher and he or she will be very much ready to help you all the time when you ask the doubt in a friendly and pleasant manner. And then you can go into the deep aspect and then you can ask, hey, I observed this according to this sheet which we saw in the previous sessions. And then you can ask the deeper questions. You can also execute the Beobachtung as a distribution. Like you can observe one particular aspect in one class, the other particular aspect in another class, things like that. And then you can reflect on your own as to what did the teacher do in this case. For engaging the students, what are all the questions the teacher asked? What did the teacher do when the classroom was small? Those things. So that way, all those aspects which we saw in the previous chapter, you can execute them one by one. Then you have Vorgespräch und ihre Beobachterkontrolle. So when there is an observation in the class, there is a new person, it will always result in disturbances. So if you don't talk to the teacher before going to observe his or her class, then you are putting the teacher into a surprise, saying that, hey, who's this new guy? He's not a student and why is he sitting in my class? So the book advises to go and talk to the teacher first up, saying that, hey, I am a new teacher, I have come here to learn and I will be observing your class. I have this sheet with me where I will be observing. Can you tell me what you are going to do in the class today? So that way you can get information from the teacher beforehand to say, today's class has got this target, this is the plan, this is how I am going to execute the class, these are all the methods I am going to use and this is the media which I am going to use. And that way you can actually see how your theoretical Unterrichtsplan is going to be implemented in the practical session. And if you have small teaching experience, you can actually compare that teacher's plan with yours and say, hey, mine is better or this teacher's plan is much better and I haven't even considered these factors. So it's a very good opportunity to self-reflect and also get to know the teaching methods. Since you have the plan now, you can do an analytical comparison and then you can formulate or adjust your own plan and then say, okay, now my plan which was purely based on theoretical knowledge has got the feedback from a practical teacher and now my plan is also ready to be taught. Make sure to sit at the extreme back end of the class so that none of the students are disturbed. And if you have any Beobachtungsbogen, then show it to the teacher, saying that these are all the criteria based on which I'll be observing you. Maybe the teacher can give extra tips, saying that hey, add this one also, something like that. You can also inform the students, saying that I'll be observing the class, I'm here to learn. Don't give any negative feedback, like no body language, no mimic, no gestic, no Körpersprache, nothing. Just witness the class. Stay calm, witness the class, write down the things like a student, and that's it.
With that, the chapter comes to an end. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment to the channel. If you have any questions, then contact me via email or put down your comments and I'll be able to reply. Thank you.